So in your view, how can the international community better support Taiwan and help Taiwan become even more resilient in its national defense, economy, and democracy?
Thanks, Charles. Well, I'm afraid I'm going to have to disagree with the premise of your question in a sense, because of course, it's not the job of the international community to support Taiwan or to help Taiwan. It would be nice if they did, but no political leader anywhere in the world is going to have a policy framed purely in terms of supporting Taiwan. And so what the international community has to do, if we want to ask what the international community can do, we have to frame this in self-interested ways. That is to say, we have to say, how does helping Taiwan help you? I think that's the only sort of realistic way of thinking about this question. And in that regard, I would say that the most important thing is for the international community to keep in mind the interests of the Taiwanese people in framing their Taiwan policy. In other words, I think international leaders should always keep front and center the interests of the Taiwanese people when they think about how they frame their own self-interested policy to Taiwan. Let me give you a couple of examples. So the first, and here I'm speaking really primarily about the United States. The first issue that I think American leaders should keep in mind is that making Taiwan a tool in American domestic politics may serve the interests of particular leaders, but it doesn't serve the interests of the Taiwanese people, and therefore people shouldn't do it. And the way to avoid doing that is, I think, for US leaders, again, to keep in mind that no policy towards Taiwan can be allowed to neglect what's in the best interests of the Taiwanese people. I think if international leaders and the international community keep that in mind, they are more likely to devise intelligent and smart politics that will both serve their interests and, to come back to your question, enable Taiwan to become stronger and more resilient in politics, defense, and economics.